Hi guys, hope you had a good break. Okay, I'm going to be introducing you guys to Duri. This is what I've been working on for the past 6 months, but first I'd like to introduce myself and explain why we're going to be talking about fashion in a tech program. So I learned how to sew when I was 8 years old and I just never really stopped. I went to Parsons, which is only 2 blocks away from here, for my undergraduate degree where I focused on business and fashion. Then I spent the past about 6 or 7 years in various fashion companies and luxury and high-end, and a brief stint in tech sales, doing operations and marketing. And I enrolled in the tech management program here at Columbia because I wanted to have more of an innovative and future-proof approach to fashion that was a little more unconventional. But it's really important to me to lead my career with positive change and focus on sustainability. So I've focused the last year on building wells, and my boss is here today to support me. Yeah, round of applause for Wells, you guys. So Wells, we manufacture sustainable and biodegradable medical uniforms. So the majority of my fashion experience is surrounded in sustainability and driving positive change through apparel. And my co-founder, Jasmine, is not here today. She's actually in Korea. But I've been partnering with her to develop Duri. She graduated from the Fashion Institute of Technology in fashion design, and when she graduated, she won the Pete Prize, and she was invited to participate in this new incubator program in design technology to turn her senior thesis into a real company. So she brought me on board about 6 months ago to be her partner. So she handles all the design work and I'm going to do the business. So I focus my capstone on further building out that business plan and doing more research to launch Duri. So in summary, the global compression wear market is currently valued at about $4.72 billion, but unfortunately it's anchored in very outdated paradigms, forcing women to choose between performance, comfort, technical features, and style. So women represent almost half of the activewear market currently, but a lot of these designs are still very male-focused and not designed for the female form. So we recognize this gap as a significant opportunity to revolutionize the category with a more female-first approach. So what specifically is compression wear and how is it different from your typical athletic wear or athleisure that we see on the market? So compression wear is specifically engineered garments to apply controlled pressure on certain areas of your body. They're form-fitting and constructed from technical fabrics that are apply pressure strategically to different zones and optimize blood flow and muscle support. So there's several benefits of compression wear, such as circulation, recovery, blood flow. It can help you become more aware of like your posture and reduce swelling, maintain muscle temperature, and reduce fatigue. But despite all of the benefits that compression wear can bring, there are major problems with the industry as it is. As we said, they're not really focused on the female form, and you often have to choose like between benefits. You can't really have it all. So you either have to choose between function and comfort, or technical features and design, performance enhancement, or natural movement and durability versus lightweight construction. And it's really hard to find a product that checks all your boxes, still looks cute, still is comfortable, and lets you do all the movements that you want to do. So upon further research, I found that only 15% of performance wear research is actually considering female physiology, and 24% of female athletes report that it actually reduces their range of motion. So your clothes are actually working against you, not for you. And 76% of female athletes have to choose between comfort and performance when they pick what to wear. So my solution, we're gonna have a runway show, you guys. So,
ready?
Let's go. Round of applause for our models, you guys. But you were not expecting a runway show today. Okay. So my solution is Duri. We have a new category of technical comfort wear that will bridge the gap between performance wear, compression, everyday essentials. So we have to develop these proprietary compression zones that work with your natural movement and not against it. We want you to be able to seamlessly transition from high performance activities to your daily life and have the perfect fusion of function and comfort. So these tops are actually Jasmine's first design that won her the Pete Prize a few months ago. These are our very, very first prototypes, so they're going to go through many iterations. But As you can see here, there is kind of an X factor shape across the body that is meant to mimic the properties of muscle tape and kind of hold you in. And then these darker panels on the side are where zone compression will be applied. So if you turn around, it's also on the back here to kind of help you focus on your posture. And then these lighter color areas are going to have more like ventilation and lightweight kind of mesh properties so that it's more like breathable when you're sweating. And then this line down the back, if you want to turn around too, is also going to have applied compression so that you can kind of stand up straight. So Jasmine kind of considers this like an X factor compression that helps with like rotational movements. So yeah, that's the first top. And I think I'll talk a little bit more about the brand and why this came to be. So our vision is to create a world where every woman can embrace her passion without limits. We believe that your clothing should support you and not hold you back. And our mission is to be the pioneering force in women's performance apparel with innovative compression wear that is an extension of your strength and ambition. Our goal is to build a community where comfort meets confidence and performance enhances your individuality. So the market opportunity here, global women's activewear is about $194 billion, and compression wear is a small chunk of that, but still very significant, $4.72 billion in 2022. So our target customer, here's an example of who she could be. Skylar is in a creative field. She lives in New York City. She is very focused on personal growth, health and wellness. She wants to maintain consistency in training, master new skills, and also advance her career while maintaining an athletic lifestyle. And then we also highlighted her source of information because she's very social savvy. She's very involved online, engages with her community. So the co-pilot top, as you see here, yeah. The design is actually patent pending, so Jasmine is going to have a design patent for those compression zones, so no other company can kind of copy that exact placement. It's constructed on a seamless knitting machine, so it's kind of sewn in a tube-like structure, so that if you notice there's no seams like on the side, because we don't want that to kind of disrupt the flow of the compression and apply unnecessary pressure to your body. It has targeted support for shoulder blades and lower back as well. And then here's some of our other lovely classmates modeling it in the gym. Initial feedback from these first few tops was super helpful. People reported it as being supportive without feeling restrictive. It feels like a gentle hug rather than being squeezed like typical compression wear. It has potential to be great for travel because people like to wear compression wear, especially compression socks, on the airplane. We did receive a lot of feedback about the arms, and we obviously want to continue to iterate the design and make it fit better. We also got a lot of feedback from people saying that they want to be able to wear their athletic wear outside of the gym, especially people who work from home. Like, we'll do a yoga or Pilates class in the morning, and then they are going to sit at their desk all day, and they want something that will help their posture and still be comfortable. So we definitely took those into account, and we want to further develop the design to be more transitional for every day instead of just like the bright activewear colors. Looking at the key players in the market, your typical compression wear is going to look a little bit stiff and almost medical looking because it's meant to recover from injury. So we have Natman as one of our main competitors here. They focus mostly on soccer and professional athletes. 2XU has zone compression as well, but they're focused on running and high intensity exercise. Bauerfeind as well is typically provided by your physical therapist, and they largely advertise towards basketball players. So people who are seeking compression are usually searching for a specific sport or category to relieve discomfort from an existing injury, but they're not really searching for it for every day yet. So we want Duri to be suitable for any sport because it balances comfort and function for any athlete. So looking at our lineup, we're going to be selling direct to consumer, online only. Our prices so far we've estimated with our factory in Taiwan. So the tank that you're looking at right now, we're hoping that we can bring the cost of goods sold down to $18 and sell it for $88. Bodysuits, leggings, sports bra, and socks will come down the pipeline later. And these prices are kind of based off of market trends. And when we talk to our customers, they like to compare us. Instead of typical compression wear, they compared us like Spanx and Skims because that's where like they they like to put their investments towards. So we kind of modeled these prices around that, or 10 to 15% higher. So our initial investment, we got a grant of $30,000 from the Fashion Institute of Technology. Over the past 6 months, we've allocated about 65% of that toward product development and sampling to make these shirts, and to also go through many iterations of fabric development. So we also had legal setup fees, creative assets, a lot of research and website development as well, and then we still have a good chunk of money that has yet to be spent. And then we are anticipating additional capital allocation to go towards product development to build out our fabric platform, because a lot of our competitors have their own proprietary fabric, and we want ours to be softer and more comfortable. Our initial inventory, marketing, digital infrastructure, and operations will cost as well, but we really want to keep those as low as possible. So looking at our year one projections, we are going to start with a crowdfunding campaign that I'll get to in a minute. We're anticipating 200 to 400 backers, and we want to aim for a goal of 50 monthly orders. I think that's a pretty good goal to work towards, with 15% quarterly growth, and we're looking for average monthly sales about 7,500. This is our annual revenue, but also take into account those costs that we just reviewed as well to get all the inventory and start up. And for year two, we're hoping to increase our AOV as we expand our collection. We want people to have add-ons, have socks, sleeves, and continue to purchase Duri products, build our retention rate, and aim for a 20% quarterly growth. And then our AOV will continue to climb as our customers ideally become more loyal, and aim for about 600,000 annual revenue in the third year. So as we continue to scale and promote Duri on digital platforms, we really want to have a community-focused approach and make women feel seen, and have a continuous feedback loop to iterate our products. So we're going to largely focus on TikTok with product demonstrations, Q&As, workout plans, engage with me and Jasmine, talk about the benefits of compression, and like kind of show behind the scenes as to how Duri came to be. We do have an Instagram account if you want to follow us, and we're kind of gonna dive deeper into the technicals, the demonstrations, the try-ons, as well as like more inspiration and highlights of female athletes and who the Duri girl can be. And then our website is going to be where we focus all of our sales, and we build our community. So we want to have an algorithm for personalized product recommendations, to have compression solutions that tailor to your lifestyle, fit expertise consultations, technical product education so people make well-informed decisions of what they put on their body, responsive customer service, UGC, virtual events, loyalty, and product reviews so that people stay engaged. So my ask and my plan is to launch on Kickstarter in the beginning of 2025. We are going to do a crowdfunding campaign with a goal of $50,000. We don't really want to raise any VC capital or anything, because we want, one, to be community driven, and two, we don't want to have that many upfront costs and extra inventory. And we really want to have our community involved in every step of the process. So this money will be spent on fabric development and expanding our size range. And how you contribute to the Kickstarter plan is that you can pre-order the compression top and the compression socks. Those are going to be the first items that will be available. If you don't want to pre-order something, and you still want to participate in the Duri lifestyle, you still want to be part of the brand and support us, you can have other like prizes that contribute to the brand, such as customized workout plans. They could be in partnership with Spot Me. We don't know yet. And we also want to do group workout classes to kind of build our community, see the product in action, and kind of understand who the Duri girl is. So we're going to have dance classes, which is my preference, and then rock climbing classes, which is Jasmine's preference, for a little bit of both. And so the products will be available for pre-order, and then once the campaign is over and we've reached that 50K goal is when they'll ship out. So we're aiming for that in the beginning of 2025. And then, yeah, so that's Duri. And then if you want to scan the QR code and sign up for our mailing list, you'll be notified when our Kickstarter campaign is live. You can also follow us on social media, and keep in touch, because it will be in the world very soon.
Before questions, wait, Annalisa, can you guys just, for photographer's sake, do the little fashion?
Oh, cue the music, Maddie. We have to go side by side.
Side by side, okay, I got you.
Yeah, you guys got to do like some sort of like, I don't know, power pose. Go.
I'll right there. Okay.
1, 2, 5. 1, 2, 3.
Work, yes.
See the face is funny?
Oh, look at me.
You want to take a picture?
Okay.
You want to take a picture?
Oh, we can do pictures after. Yeah, you have questions?
Yes, I love Ramshow and everything. I have certain questions related to the competitive analysis. So who are your competitions and what is your differentiator? And in this space, the more of a branding and what we can say publicity is required so that it actually creates a buzz in the market. So what is your strategy regarding that as well?
Okay, we'll break down all those questions. So
Yes.
first, the competitors, there's obviously huge players in the athletic wear space like Nike, Under Armour. When we're looking at our competitors, we want to be a little bit realistic. Like, we're not going to go after a big fish like Nike yet, but the ones that are more specialized to compression, like these, Natman, 2XU, and Bauerfeind, we know that when people are searching for compression solutions, this is what they're going to find. But these are all specialized to certain sports, and they're not really like user friendly. So if like I'm an everyday athlete and I want something that's like comfortable that I can wear to do Pilates or yoga, like these don't cater toward me because they have a very specific customer, and they also look like very medical and very stiff, and they're not very welcoming. So we want our brand to be like the more approachable, welcoming, community-centered approach to compression that is for any sport, not anything specific.
So Lululemon doesn't do compression,
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah, I don't think they do. So these are brands that specifically focus on compression solutions.
But they could acquire you as well.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm thinking.
Say it louder. So, and then, yeah, in terms of branding, I think we just want to be very grassroots and community oriented. That's why we're going to focus on video-centered platforms like TikTok and Instagram to kind of talk about the brand story. Jasmine, my co-founder, is very involved in the athletic community, and I think a lot of our marketing will center around her personal experiences with injury prevention and recovery and what inspired her to create these designs in the first place. So, yeah, if you follow us online, we'll be very active on those platforms, and we have like the best models in town, so like who's not gonna
So what sort of technology did you use to make the compression parts in the places and, the way you pointed out? Or do you use technology, or do you just have that knowledge yourself? Or, can you explain how you made it the right spots for compression in that way? Or is that just,
Yeah.
It might be my ignorance, I don't know the spots that you're supposed to compress.
Yeah, that's a great question. So we partnered with a factory called Studio Ava and Corolla in the UK for our initial run. So they help us develop the fabric, the shape, the patterns, like everything. They've been super helpful. So they essentially have to program this seamless knitting machine that will sew the garment in a tube shape, and then it indicates like where to apply certain pressure or to make the fabric pull tighter. So we have been working with them to kind of figure out like the best algorithm, for lack of a better word, like to program the machines. And it's similar machinery that you use to make socks and leggings and stuff too. So we're kind of working with them to figure out the best for one fabrics and like how to make them sweat wicking, but also not sticky and comfortable and breathable. I don't know if that answers your question.
You have to talk about that. That's what you have to, you have to say that that's a huge differentiating factor. So I don't know what those competitor brands are doing. Maybe they're doing the same thing. and maybe they're even using the same company, I don't know. But that's really interesting. That's, you know, very special. That's something that consumers don't know, but, you know, makes it, well, like, you know, there's a bunch of hot pink, you know, shirts out there, but this is really special, not just because it's compression and kind of cute, and Annalise is wearing it, but, you know, also because here's this very special technology, and we've done work and research, and we're working closely with these folks. That's, you know, go for it.
Yeah.
I wonder whether you could even go high-end at some point, you know, you have tailored suits. Could you have tailored compression wear where then it's individualized to whatever, you know, compression wear I need?
Yeah, my original goal with this project was to build out a website with, like, you can kind of customize your own compression wear, where you input the sports that you play and your lifestyle preferences and whether you want it to be looser or more form-fitting, so that we can kind of make them maybe like made to order, so that people can have like various levels of compression. So hopefully we can get to that level where it can like make them more customized.
So I saw the slide on your cost of goods sold and the margins and everything, and you might have already mentioned that, but what are you basing those prices on? Like how many units at a time, like a unit manufacture when you have this price, and can you drive that price down eventually, you know, with scaling and all?
Yeah, these are the initial prices based off of quotes from our factory in Taiwan. I think we're aiming for about 500 items for our first batch, but as we continue to scale, it will go down. But these are kind of based on like industry standards and the margins we're trying to meet.
So as you scale, the margins will definitely increase and the price will go down.
I hope so, yeah. Any other questions?
More questions? No? Yeah.
Just one question. When are you guys gonna hire models?
All the time. And you guys can model for Wells too. We're always looking for models.
Everyone wants
Tech
to join.
management, you know,
The
fashion
collection,
show.
yeah, we need
Yes.
a branded, you know, yeah, big for
I got you.
Well, then you branded
Right in Columbia collab.
Yeah, every Columbia athletic team will be wearing Duri
Amen.
next year.
Amen.
There you go.
You and the side, you're gonna bring it to the,
Yeah, absolutely.
all right.
Okay.
Any more questions? No? All right.